Now we're almost done. We just have 2 more rounds to go. So for round 22, we're going to move back. We're going to move up our marker. And we're going to do 1 decrease or a single crochet 2 together. So you have 3, you should have 3 in your loop. And you pull through all 3. And you're just going to do 1 single crochet in the next stitch. And then you're going to go right back to single crocheting 2 together. Or you're going to go back to 1 decrease. You're going to do 1 decrease, 1 single crochet, 1 decrease, 1 single crochet. And you're going to repeat that all the way around back to the marker. So I just finished my last stitch on round 22. And for our last round, on round 23, all you're going to do is 6 decreases all the way around. So we're not going to need this marker anymore, just because it's our last round. And we're just going to go right ahead and do 6 decreases. So there's 1. There's 2. There's 3. Gets a little tight getting to 4. Here's 5. Our last one to finish off the body is 6. Right, so now we end up with a very small hole here, and all you're going to do is you're going to fasten off. I would leave a the pattern calls to leave a long tail. Grab my, so I've just gonna grab my scissors. All right, so now you can just put the end through that loop, pull it tight, okay. And now you're going to need your knitting needle, your yarn needle, sorry. So for this, all you're going to need to do is place the yarn through the needle. Okay, here it is. Zoom out a little. Okay. So you're just going to leave a short tail off your needle. You're going to get into each of the stitches that you would normally crochet into. You're just going to poke your needle in there. And do that for every stitch around. And once you've got that all done, all you need to do is pull it tight. And you've closed up all that hole, so that's perfect. Just like that. And I'm just going to do one more going through the middle. And I'm going to place it through this hole so it's real tight. And if you don't want to see this little string and you don't want to have to weave it through, weave in your ends, you can just poke it through. It might be a little hard because the polyester is sometimes stubborn to get through. You just poke your needle through any part of the octopus. Okay, just take your needle through all the way. Grab your scissors, just cut it off. And there's the body of your octopus. So I actually changed the pattern for the tentacles. The written pattern makes it look a lot skinnier, and it doesn't, here I made it look a little bit like a pear shape, so it increases here. And that's how I wanted it, so that on the octopus, on the body, it could look like that and 8 all around instead of it being really stick skinny. So it's really up to you. Let's get started on the way that I did it. So the way I did it, I started off with a magic ring or a magic circle. You can also do it in the way that you chain 2 and put 6 single crochets in the second chain from the hook. I just chose to do it this way because it's easier for me. But either way, you're going to have 6 single crochets in the first round. 4, 5, 6. And it should look like this. So it should look something like this. You should have your end. And then in the second round, what you're going to do is just have 2 single crochets in each stitch around. So in this first stitch, I'm going to be working 2 single crochets. So there's 1, and there's 2. And I'm just going to do this all the way around. So make sure you count them. So I have 7 now, 8, 9, 10, 11, and last stitch, 12. So that's round 2, and I'm just going to bring back my red marker because I am working in continuous rounds. Now for the third round, what I chose to do was an increase round. So regularly at this point, the original pattern calls to just have 1 single crochet in each stitch around. So this would be the size of your tentacle, while this was my size because I had increasing rounds over this one. So for the increasing round, all I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 single crochets in the first stitch. 1, 2. And I'm going to do 1 single crochet in the next stitch. So it's just 1 single crochet. And then I'm going to do another increase. So I'm going to do 2 single crochets in this stitch. 1, 2, and 1 single crochet in the next stitch. You're going to repeat this all the way around until you get back to your red marker. I'll see you then. Now that I finished round 3, I'm going to move up my marker. And for the next round, I'm going to do another increase round. So I'm going to have 2 single crochets in this stitch. 1, 2. And I'm going to have 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So I'm going to have 1 single crochet in this stitch and 1 single crochet in the next stitch. And I'm going to keep going just like that all the way around. So I'm going to have 1 increase by having 2 stitches and 2 single crochets in the next stitch, and then 2 single crochets in the next 2 stitches. And I've reached the end of this round, so I'm going to stop with the increase rounds. And for rounds 5 to 6, I decided just to do 1 single crochet in each stitch around. So I'm going to move my marker up, and I'm just going to do a single crochet in each and every stitch around. So there's 1, 2, and you just keep going around until you reached all the way around. And I'll meet you at the end of round 6, and we'll start on round 7. So I finished round 6, and I already took out my marker. I'm going to place my marker back there. And now I decided to start on a decrease round. And for my decrease round, I'm doing 1 decrease or 1 single crochet 2 together by doing grabbing yarn here and then going into the next stitch, having 3 loops on my hook, yarning over and pulling through all 3. And then next I'm just going to do 1 single crochet in the next stitch. And I'm going to repeat this all the way around. So in the next stitch I'm going to do a decrease. So grab some yarn in the next stitch, have 3 loops on my hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. And then doing 1 single crochet in the next stitch. You're just going to repeat this all the way around until you get back to your marker. Now I finished round 7, and for rounds 8 till 10, all you're going to do is keep moving up your marker and do 1 single crochet in every stitch around. So I just finished round 10, so now for round 11, you're going to move up your marker, and then you're going to do 1 decrease or 1 single crochet 2 together by, so you're going to do 1 single crochet 2 together, and then you're going to do 2 single crochets in the next 2 stitches. And you're just going to repeat that all the way around until you get back to your marker. I finished round 11 and I already moved up my marker. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do 1 decrease in the first 2 stitches, or 1 single crochet 2 together, and then you're going to do 1 single crochet in the next stitch, and you're going to go back to doing another decrease. So single crochet 2 together, that's our decrease, and then you're going to do a single crochet. You're going to do that all the way around. So 1 decrease, 1 single crochet, 1 decrease, 1 single crochet. Now you can start to stuff your tentacle by pulling a big loop. There's your hole, and you just stuff it until it's your desired stuffage, and you can shape it however you'd like. This is just an example of how stuffed I like it to be, and then we can start on round 13.